Congratulations! You've made a great decision in choosing the Honeywell Wi-Fi Smart Thermostat with voice control for your home. You will soon be on your way to having the convenience of home comfort control at your fingertips. This video will walk you through how to install your new thermostat. If at any time you need assistance, visit wifithermostat.com/support or call 1-855-733-5465. There are three main parts to this process: remove the old thermostat, mount and connect the new thermostat, set up the thermostat functions. Before you begin installation, check to make sure you have everything you need from the package: thermostat, quick start guide, user guide, wall anchors and mounting screws, wire labels, the talking with your thermostat guide, and the thermostat ID card. You will need this to register your thermostat with Total Connect Comfort Services later. Refer to the user guide for the tools you may need. Remove your old thermostat. First, to protect your equipment, switch off the power to your heating and cooling system at the circuit breaker box or at the system switch near your heating and cooling system. Next, remove your old thermostat, but keep the wall plate with the wires attached. Most thermostats will pop off when pulled, but others might have screws holding the thermostat onto the wall plate. Once you can see the wall plate and the wires, you will need to check to make sure this thermostat will work with your system. If your thermostat has thick wires with wire nuts connecting them, you most likely have baseboard heat or a line voltage system. The Honeywell Wi-Fi thermostat will not work on a line voltage system. However, you can visit wifithermostat.com to find the right thermostat for your home. Under your thermostat, you will see different colored wires connected to lettered wire terminals. You will want to remember which wires are connected to which terminals on your old wall plate so you can match them up with the same terminals on your new wall plate. To help you remember, it is a good idea to take a photo of your wires before you disconnect them. Now, take a look at your wiring and determine the wiring installation to follow. Rather than requiring batteries which could run out, this Wi-Fi thermostat requires a wire to run from your heating and cooling system to power your thermostat. This is most commonly referred to as the C wire. The C wire is connected to the C terminal on your thermostat. If you don't see a C wire, a few other options are available. Refer to wifithermostat.com/videos to view videos that explain those alternative wiring options. If you have a C wire, let's continue installing your Honeywell Wi-Fi thermostat. Before you label and disconnect the wires at your old thermostat, you need to identify your current wires and system type. When looking at your wires, you may see the following situations. You may have a heat pump system that has different lettered terminals. If you have wires connected to the O or B terminals, you may have a heat pump system, and it will be helpful to refer to the wiring section of your user guide. You may notice a wire that looks like this, known as a jumper wire. Note if you have a jumper wire between R and RC terminals. Next, use the supplied sticky tags to label each wire according to the letter on the terminal in which it was inserted. Do not label the wires based on their color because wire color does not necessarily indicate the wire's function. After labeling your wires, use a screwdriver to loosen the terminals and pull the wires out. Now you can remove the wall plate of your old thermostat. When removing it, take care to ensure none of the wire labels fall off and that none of the wires fall through the wall opening. Here's a helpful hint. Wrapping the wires around a pencil can prevent them from falling back through the wall after removing your old wall plate. Now it is time to begin installing your new thermostat. Locate the wall plate. It's in the package next to the manuals. You'll want to set the thermostat aside for now and begin mounting the wall plate. Position it so the wire hole is centered and pull the wires through the hole. Now is a good time to verify if it is level. Using a pencil, mark the positions of both screw holes on the wall. If you don't already have holes in the areas you marked, you'll want to make pilot holes for the screws and anchors. If you are mounting the thermostat on drywall or plaster, use the drill bit indicated in your user guide. Once you have pilot holes, use a hammer to tap the anchors into the pilot holes. Next, after inserting the anchors, it's time to attach the wall plate. Position the wall plate so its holes are over the anchors and insert the screws. Use a screwdriver or drill to partially tighten the screws, then level the wall plate again before tightening up the screws. You will see that your new Wi-Fi thermostat has a jumper wire for connecting the R and RC terminals. It is located in the lower left of the terminal area and not directly in the same location where you will be inserting wires for the R and RC terminals. Keep this loop in place, unless you have both R and RC wires. If you have both wires, remove the jumper loop by simply pulling on it and insert the wires into their respective terminals. At this point, all you need to do is connect the wires to the designated terminals on your new wall plate by gently sliding the wires into the terminal holes. Pressing down on the terminal release with a pen tip may make this easier. Refer to the wiring section of your user guide or visit wifithermostat.com/help and support if you need assistance with wiring. After you've finished connecting all the wires, push any excess wire back into the wall opening. Align the thermostat with the wall plate and snap it in place. Switch the power back on for your heating and cooling system at the circuit breaker box or the system switch. This should power up your thermostat's display to begin the initial setup. Begin by selecting the language to be displayed on the thermostat and press Next to continue. If at any time you need assistance, simply select Help for more details. Choose either Home or Business. This optimizes the terminology and preset schedule for either installation situation. Continue by selecting Next. Following this, create a unique name if desired by pushing the thermostat button. This will come in handy when accessing the thermostat remotely, especially if you have multiple thermostats. Continue by selecting Next. It is especially important that you set up the correct system type so your heating and cooling system functions properly. To get started, choose if the thermostat is used to control heating, cooling, or both and select Next to continue. To have the thermostat work correctly, it is important to select whether you have a forced air, heat pump, or hot water steam system. The next screen will further define the system based on your system type selection. To determine your system type, press Help on your thermostat screen or visit wifithermostat.com/support. When you've finished making changes, press Done to save and exit. Congratulations! You are now ready to connect your thermostat to your home's Wi-Fi network. For assistance with this process, watch the video on wifithermostat.com/videos called Honeywell Do-It-Yourself Wi-Fi Smart Thermostat Wi-Fi Enrollment and Registration.